And yeah, Marin, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I'm not sure, how many people is listening to me right now. I'm not sure, but thanks so much for being here today. My name is Marin Radmilovic, and today we are going to dive into the world of NFTs. Now, um, I heard that you listen to a few like workshops by now, but I know that you're still thinking about blockchain and NFTs. Yeah, those terms sounds like one of those things that your newly wealthy friend hyped up and maybe even convinced you to put some money into it. And well, we know how those stories usually end. He has a lot of money and you have a bank debt. So. But don't worry, NFTs are so much more than just trading and just images. And my goal today is to simplify it, for you. So by the end, I think and I believe that you will feel more confident about this whole blockchain and NFT thing. So the most importantly, you'll see why NFTs are more than just right click save on a random internet image. So yeah, before we jump in, let me tell you something more. So I'm Marin Radmilovic. I work as a senior software, but I work primarily on an endemic NFT marketplace that you heard something about yesterday, I think. So I've been working with blockchain and NFTs for a while now, and after talking about it with non-tech friends and family, I realized that there are some pretty common moments that they don't understand when it comes to this stuff. So yeah, we will talk about NFTs in a bit of technical way, but it's just to show you that it's not at all complicated, and I'm sure you'll understand most of it. It's not like that we are talking about how AI works. Nobody knows how AI works. So, yeah. Anyway, feel free to stop me if you don't understand. Zara told me that you will write questions in the chat, so I will try to answer it later. So yeah, we can start with our with our presentation. Wait. So before we dive into NFTs, let us take a quick look at how internet has evolved over the years. We had three big waves of internet so far. There was Web 1, Web 2, and now Web 3. Web 1 was like a giant encyclopedia. You could read the information, but that was it. No social media, no videos, no games, no interaction at all. You were basically a data consumer, but you couldn't create any data on that internet. And then when Web 2 came, it brought us to the era of social media. And suddenly we could create, share, like posts, comments, and basically we turned the internet into one giant square. But yeah, here's the catch. Companies owned everything you posted. So no, this led to a lot of controversy about data privacy, and with some big discussions about how tech companies were using our data. And there were even claims that it was affecting democracy itself. And now that was the motivation for Web3. Thanks to blockchain, we are finally getting real digital ownership. Instead of trusting a big company like Facebook or something to manage and keep track of our content, we can use blockchain, transparent, secure, and decentralized database. Okay, so this whole thing looks like internet growing up and taking care of itself. And to to add to that point, as we speak, Web 4 is rising, and day after day AI is making the internet more and more intelligent. Yeah, but today we are not going to talk about apocalypse. We will talk about NFTs. Yeah, so first, let's talk about the technology that makes that Web3 possible. and it's called blockchain. You all heard about it. So I want you to imagine blockchain as a giant global database. So we heard about databases. So this is just giant global database. And this database stores all kinds of important information, things like ownership data and money transactions. When I say blockchain state, future, you will hear me, that information. I mean, how much money you have, who owns which NFT, and so on. Now, to change anything in this global database, in other words, to change the blockchain state, we use something called transactions. Think of these transactions as a very specific type of data structure that blockchain can understand. So whenever we want to update the database or blockchain state, like if we want to buy NFT or sell NFT, we need to create and sign a transaction. So you probably, if you read about blockchain, the first definition is that it is some kind of ledger. So all these transactions, which is essentially just a transaction queue, transaction list, the most important thing, to understand about blockchain is that it doesn't actually hold the current state. Instead, it holds all the history of those transactions that have ever happened, so that the computer, can work through those and compute the current state. Okay, so wait, sorry. So what is this? Wait. Okay, so no, let's clarify. There is a massive list of changes, that happened over time, and at any moment, anybody can see that changes, can read them, and calculate how much money you have or which NFT you own. So here where it gets, more interesting. Blockchain takes all of these individual transactions that happen over time, and then it groups them into blocks. And then links each block to the previous one. It's literally, as you see in the image on the slide, as you see on the image, it's literally a chain of blocks, and that is a root of the name blockchain. So this chain, here we will go a bit technical, but nothing too complicated. So this chain is implemented by using something called a hash, as you see on the image. A hash is a function that takes some input data, in this case, the list of transactions. And for that input data always produces the same result. And no matter the size of the input, in all cases, the result will be the same length. So what I mean is, if you put 3 letters as input data, the function will generate 16 characters, as a result. But if you run whole Bible through the same function, the result will be also 16 characters. And that way we can get actually the fingerprint of the block, because we take all the transactions, we take hash of the previous block, and then we run them through the hash function and get the fingerprint for that actual block. So this chain, okay, so for a new block, as we said, for a new block to be created, we need a group of transactions. To clarify again, so we need the hash of the previous block and the new hash that results from the combining of those things. This way, if a malicious actor tries to change something from the past, the hash from all the blocks that come after that block that he changed will change, and we will know that something is wrong. The chain will break. Now, this brings up the question, like, who decides what is correct and what is not correct, which transaction is valid, which is not. So the answer is nodes. Nodes are the computers in the network. The all computers in those nodes, they work together to keep blockchain alive. And they play a little game, to decide what is true and what is false. And it all happens without human intervention. So let's just describe a game a little bit. So each node takes a group of transactions that happened recently and tries to solve a complex mathematical problem based on that transactions, based on that data. The key here is that that problem is very, very hard to solve, but once it is solved, it's very easy for others in that network to validate if the solution is correct. So the computer that solves the problem first gets, Bitcoin or Ethereum, something as a reward, and then that computer sends their version of the new block and the new blockchain state to all other nodes. These nodes then quickly validate the new block, and if everything checks out, and if 51% of all nodes in the network agree that this block is correct and that everything is valid, that block becomes the part of the blockchain. And I tell you this story because to tell you why we don't need a central authority, because programmers and people, Satoshi Nakamoto, that wrote the Bitcoin white paper, we found a way to avoid needing that central authority like bank. And we don't need a bank to tell us what is true and what is not. We can randomly choose a computer to create that block, and then all the other computers say if block is valid, and if it's not valid, usually that node gets penalized, by losing money or something like that. So next, we will talk about wallets. Let me just take a sip of drink. So if you want to interact with the blockchain, and if you want to own the NFTs, you're going to need a wallet. So what is wallet exactly? It's like, I like to think about wallets more as a key ring than the actual wallet. Why? Because wallet doesn't actually hold your NFTs or cryptocurrencies. Instead, it holds the private keys that prove you own those things. So these keys are crucial, and you cannot lose them. You don't want to lose them. Because they let you sign transactions like transferring NFT or authorizing a sale. Without these keys, you have no way of proving ownership or interacting with the blockchain. You don't have a way of identifying yourself on the blockchain. So each wallet also comes with a wallet address, and you can think of that address like bank account number. So it's a public identifier you can share with others, so they can send you assets. And as you will see, address is just a long string of characters. And now we can talk about various types of those wallets. We have hot wallets and we have cold wallets. Hot wallets are kind of like your daily use wallet, easy to use and always available. They are connected to the internet, and you can use them fast for trading and that stuff. And a good example for that is a MetaMask. Hot wallets are great if you're doing lots of day-to-day transactions, but because they are always online, they are also more vulnerable to hackers. And for that reason, we have a cold wallets. and they are like a vault, and they are offline, which makes them much more secure. And cold wallets are physical devices like USB stick, and they store your private keys on that USB and away from the internet. And this makes them great for storing NFTs that you want to keep super safe, or some big amounts of cryptocurrencies or that stuff. So really, it comes down to convenience versus security. Hot wallets are great for using daily, while cold wallets provide better security. And my recommendation is to use both. It's like how you wouldn't carry all your life savings in a back pocket while walking around town. So just my recommendation is to use both. If you have a lot of crypto assets, use both of these wallets. So we still haven't got to NFTs, but first we will talk about smart contracts. So imagine you are buying something from a stranger online, and you send them money, and then you have to sit and hope that they will send you item you bought, send you back. So there is a lot of trust involved in that process, right? And you are trusting that the person on the other end will do their part of deal after you already done yours. Now, wouldn't it be amazing, that if you could eliminate that need for the trust entirely, So, well, on blockchain, you can do that. And, that's exactly what smart contracts do. They take away uncertainty by automatically ensuring that agreements are fulfilled. So there is no hope required. So a smart contract, it isn't a legal document. It's not a piece of paper you sign. Instead, it's just a program that runs on the blockchain. The reason it's called a contract is because it behaves like one. It ensures that both sides fulfill their part of agreement. And because it's all digital and automatic, and it's smarter and more efficient. So we will talk about a little how it works. So just let me. So first of all, smart contracts, the actions on smart contracts are triggered by transactions. So this means that they start working when a specific action happens on the blockchain. For example, if you want to buy NFT, you send your cryptocurrency to the smart contract, and the contract sees the incoming payment and then automatically transfers NFT to your wallet. So there is no middleman needed. Contract is the middleman. Everything happens automatically, exactly as it should. So another key thing about smart contracts is that they are unchangeable. So once a smart contract is deployed on the blockchain, nobody can change it. It's it's set in stone. So which means that rules won't suddenly change on you. If you communicate with that smart contract, there is no way for it to change and make fool of you. So this immutability is what makes them so trustworthy. And once the contract is live, everybody knows that its terms are fixed, and it will stay that way. So smart contracts also handle and stores data. So for example, they can store information about which wallet holds which NFT. Every time an NFT is transferred, the contract updates its records automatically, keeping track of that ownership, in full transparent way. So this is something, that this is not something that some person has to manually do as today, but it's written into the logic of the contract itself. So to sum some smart contracts up, They are not a legal document, but rather a program that automates agreements, and it runs on the blockchain. And the smart contracts ensure that transactions are completed correctly, and once deployed, it cannot be changed. And it handles data, verifies conditions, and makes sure that all parties fulfill their obligations. And that is all happening without needing to trust anyone else or rely on a middleman. So yeah, there are most important things you need to know about smart contracts. And finally, we come to NFTs. So what are NFTs? NFTs are essentially a unique digital assets. These are the things that you can truly own on the blockchain, and everyone can see that. Unlike before, where ownership was like he said, she said, you come to with a pistol in some museum and you steal some artwork and you claim later, that it's yours while you hold it somewhere in the basement. No, that's not possible in NFTs. No, we know exactly who owns what, and that is written on the blockchain and that's locked in. So in essence, NFTs are the first implementation of the true digital ownership. So probably if you read about NFTs, maybe you heard about standards, NFT standards. I won't go into the technical side of it too much, but here's the main thing about standards. So there are a few functionalities that each NFT smart contract needs to do, and this set of functionalities is called standard. That way, when we build applications around NFTs, we can build it because we know that each smart contract, each NFT smart contract will behave similarly in the same situation. So there are two kinds of there are two NFT standards. The first one is ERC 721, and it's a regular NFT that you want to use when you want something completely unique, like Mona Lisa or some other artwork. ERC 1155, on the other hand, is more versatile. It lets you create both unique items, but it lets you create additions also. You are able to create 100 copies, or as you call it, additions of the same asset. So that versatility is how NFTs empower creators. Artists can now own and control their digital artwork. They can earn directly from NFTs, and they can even get royalties or on secondary sales. And the most important thing is that they don't lose track of their artwork. We have been talking with a lot of artists while developing Endemic, and they usually tell that the biggest thing, the biggest problem about artwork, physical artwork today, is when you sell it, you don't know, you lose track of that artwork completely, usually. And this is the way that you can track the history and the ownership of your work, and not to detach emotionally yourself from it in the future. So let's see how NFT works on a technical side of it. So it all starts again with a smart contract. When I want to mint or create NFT, I'm essentially triggering a smart contract function that generates these tokens, as you see in the image. Now, that token is a special identifier. It's just a simple number, like starting with 1, and with each new NFT, it increases, for 1, usually. That works that way. And, that token represents a specific asset. That asset can be anything. It can be a piece of digital art. It can be a video. It can be even, in-game collectible something. And once that token is generated, it automatically gets assigned to some wallet address. And that is the proof of the ownership. So when you buy the NFT, you are really buying the right to control this token, and that token in turn represents the digital asset. And now when someone decides to sell their NFTs, a transaction is created that tells the smart contract to change the ownership data, moving the token from the seller's wallet address to the buyer's wallet address. And this is all tracked on the blockchain, which ensures that everyone has a version of who owns what. And smart contracts, let's just clarify all that up and summarize all of it. Smart contracts generate tokens. That tokens represent some digital asset, and wallet address owns those tokens. So that's a pretty neat system, and it's all happening without the need again for some middleman. Okay, so now let's talk about something that should be more interesting to you than these technical stuff. Just so now we'll be talking about NFT drops. So NFT drop is actually an event where a new collection of NFTs is released. So usually in that event, there is a lot of marketing engaged in that process. So you can probably imagine it, today like being a mix of digital art gallery exhibition and limited sneaker collection, release. So that's the right combination of it. So projects usually try to build excitement around that collection, and this kind of events builds community and adds to the value of that NFT. So there are two kinds of NFT drops. So first is mint on drop, where NFTs are created at the moment when a buyer decides to mint one. So this has the element of the mystery because the buyer doesn't know which NFT he will get until he actually mints the NFT. So it's you can imagine it like opening the pack of stickers, and you don't know which football player or something you will get until you don't open it. So here the best thing for you is that buyers will pay the minting costs and gas fees, which makes it easier for you to focus on creation of the NFTs without worrying about upfront costs. Also, if you ever had any experience with stock market, the uncertainty about that NFT often mean that the minting price is set lower than the expected resale value after that NFT is actually minted. So in other cases, NFTs are not minted on drop, but they are pre-minted by the creators and then released during the drop. In these scenarios, buyers know that what they're getting ahead of time. This approach is much more predictable. The collectors can carefully select their favorite NFT, and this is usually the case with high value art. A well-known example of that is the NFT drop that shook the world, and it was the Beeple's Every Days. The full name of this NFT was Every Day is the First 5,000 Days. And it sold for $69.3 million. This drop was in collaboration with Christie's auction house, and it it showed that digital art can have high value similar to traditional art. So the point is NFT drops are much more than just creating the artwork. They're about creating and engaging with your community. Many projects offer the holders of those NFTs that they drop, like some exclusive perks like limited edition content or access to some events, or maybe even voting rights in the community, because you can always with the blockchain you can always have a proof that you are the part of the community. So NFT drops bring people together who share common interests, and they allow them to own a piece of some community that they belong to. Another interesting thing are NFT editions. Yeah, just like in the traditional art world, uh, where artist might release, he can also release multiple prints of that painting. So NFTs come in. You can do this with NFTs too. So first, we can have a single edition, and that is one of one NFT. It is entirely unique, and that uniqueness is what makes it valuable. And you can imagine it like original artwork from some painter like Picasso or someone. Then we have a limited editions. You can think of these as a prints of that original painting. So maybe there are 10 or 100 copies made of that NFT, but that's it. And each of these copies can be individually owned by different collector. So those copies still have the degree of exclusivity, because there is a limited number of them, but more people that way can own one piece of digital artwork. And finally, we have open edition, where there can be unlimited number of copies. However, that open editions usually come with a time restriction, and so artists might decide, to mint as many copies as people want, but only for 24 hours. And after that, the door closes, and no more NFTs from that edition are ever made. So here also there is, some part of exclusivity, and maybe this is the way, to bring that hype even more than from limited edition. So these different types of editions allow artists to decide how accessible they want their creations to be, whether they want to create one rare masterpiece, or something more available for a broader community. Editions can give you flexibility to distribute your art as you want it. And the key thing to remember is that NFTs are part of the blockchain, and the blockchain remembers everything. This means that the history of each NFT is always clear. It shows who originally created that NFT, and it shows entire history of the ownership of that NFT. Unlike on current digital platforms, no one can falsely claim that they made some piece of art and it's not even theirs. So when an artist creates NFT edition, those tokens are forever linked to them, and the value when you buy the NFT, the value comes not only from the artwork itself, but it comes from the whole history of the ownership, and from the verifiable history of the ownership of that NFT. So for example, if someone downloads the image of Picasso and mint it as NFT, you will know that it's not a real Picasso, that you know that it's a fake, because you have all the history behind it. And if some house that actually owns Picasso, if that company, if that house, auction house, or someone mint the Picasso artwork, you will know that it is true. And because everybody knows which what is the address of that auction house. So yeah, that's just a little example. Another interesting thing are soul-bound tokens, and those tokens are unique type of NFTs because they are non-transferable, meaning your wallet. For example, you might get soul-bound token for completing some course, or as a recognition for an achievement, like receiving a certification, or talking in Flux conference or something like that. So the cool thing about soul-bound tokens is that they help you build your digital reputation. So imagine having a proof of all your skills and achievements on the blockchain that everyone can verify, but no one can fake. This is the great thing for our politicians. It's like having digital resume that proves that what you've done without needing some central authority to confirm that. Now let's go back to a bit of technical stuff. So when we are talking about NFTs, we usually talk about images, and those images and videos can be quite big. So storing all the data directly on the blockchain can be really expensive, and especially on the networks like Ethereum. Not only that, but blockchains weren't really designed for those large files. They are not great at holding all your photos and videos. It's not scalable because it is internet. The small files always thrive. And there is a reason why many NFT projects turn to off-chain storage, and especially to decentralized off-chain storage. Popular option for this decentralized off-chain storage is IPFS, or interplanetary file system. You can imagine IPFS as being version of BitTorrent if you ever downloaded the movies. So it's basically a bunch of people, network of nodes around the world, holding tiny pieces of the file you uploaded. And then when you want to retrieve that file, they all give you their pieces, and you get the whole file itself. And it's the same idea on IPFS. Instead of central server holding all your files, by central server, I think like about Google Drive or Dropbox or something like that. Those files are distributed across multiple computers, and you don't have to worry about single point of failure, or some hacker finding out your password and deleting everything from your Google Drive. So that way of storing data is efficient, it's scalable, and much more cheaper than storing everything on blockchain itself. So plus, storing data on IPFS means that the data is truly decentralized, and that is the part what makes NFTs and this Web3 ecosystem so cool and exciting. So just let's see what the relationship between IPFS and blockchain, how it works, in practice. So the blockchain is used, as we talked, to keep track about the information about NFTs, such as ownership, token ID, And also it holds the link to the metadata of that token. So blockchain is the place where all essential records are kept about security and about transparency and ownership. However, as we said before, storing actual content like images and detailed metadata directly on blockchain, it can be very costly. And this is where this off-chain storage might help. But in the universe of decentralization and security, IPFS, as we talk, is usually the way to go. The cool thing about IPFS is that the path to the image that you uploaded, it depends on the file content itself. And that means that the same file will always be in the same path. So let's see the difference. On Google Drive, when you upload same file 2 times, you will get two different files and 2 different paths. On IPFS, if you try to upload the same file 2 times, first time it will be uploaded, and the second time, they will see that the file content is the same, and it will just maybe update that file that was already there. So that way, once you write a link to that file, the path to that file on blockchain, it will, that the file will always be on that link. So there is no way for someone, to changing the name of the file and then, breaking your NFT. So to simplify, the blockchain keeps the record of ownership and pointers to metadata to IPFS links, and IPFS holds the actual content, allowing the NFT system, to be both efficient and affordable. And now let's talk about NFT marketplaces. So NFT marketplaces are like digital galleries, but instead of just browsing art, you can buy, sell, create, and also manage your NFTs. So these are the web places where all the NFT magic happens. Think of these platforms as the bridges between the creators and collectors in the NFT world. So there are many popular marketplaces. Maybe you heard for some of them. You probably heard about OpenSea. There is Variable, Foundation, SuperRare, and of course Endemic. Each of these platforms has its own story, its own vibe, and some of these marketplaces are more focused on digital art, while others might lean toward gaming assets and collectibles. So as the largest marketplace, or OpenSea is also well known, and at its peak it reached $4.86 billion in monthly volume. So that means that this value don't let me repeat it. So this value of dollars is bought and sold in terms of trading NFTs. So this gives you the idea of how explosive the growth of NFTs has been, and with much value exchange in that sort of short span of time. So, but it's not just OpenSea. For example, Endemic offer as you heard yesterday, Endemic offer unique experience, focusing on community, supporting emerging artists, and also using artificial intelligence to curate your artwork. Foundation and SuperRare are curated NFT marketplaces that focus on the high quality art, and they are often showcasing exclusive works from some of the top NFT artists, and they are prioritizing that scarcity and artistic value. Blur, for example, is more of like trader focused NFT marketplace, and it is designed for advanced trading. Like, it has minimal fees, bulk listing tools and everything, boring stuff. So you probably ask, when you look at this slide, you probably ask, what is, image of a weird monkey is doing on the slide. And yeah, that monkey is the one of the NFTs that is image, from the collection Bored Ape Yacht Club. Like, those NFTs are very, very expensive, and owning one of them, grants you access to some exclusive community events. You have some community perks, and those NFTs became status symbol in in the world of digital art and blockchain technology. Near that, you can see the Beeple's, the most expensive NFT ever that we were talking about. Beeple's every days, the first 5,000 days, and under that, I just took some random NFT from Endemic, which I liked. So yeah. So ultimately, these marketplaces are about more than just transactions. They always, they are community hubs where artists and collectors come together and interact. And one important thing for you is that if you mint NFT on a platform like OpenSea, that NFT isn't bound to stay on OpenSea forever. Instead, you can list it for sale on some other marketplaces like Rarible, Blur, or even Endemic. And different marketplaces, have different communities, maybe different public for your NFTs. And you are the owner of the NFT and not the marketplace, so you can sell it whenever, wherever you want. So how to choose that marketplace where you want to put your NFTs to? First, you really want to think about what are you trying to achieve with these NFTs. The art style and your overall goal will probably influence yours. Like, some places specialize in fine art and creative collections, while others, are more open to variety of styles and creators, maybe for gaming, maybe for gaming assets. Next, take into account that the blockchain, that marketplaces supports, because various blockchains has various different gas fees. For example, Ethereum has very high gas fees, and sometimes minting an NFT can cost around $50. And the Polygon, for example, is under $0.01 per mint. So but you need to also take into account that NFTs on the Ethereum are usually more valuable than ones on the Polygon. So another critical aspect is the community around the marketplace. What kind of collectors and participants are in the community, and that can really make difference in terms of the visibility and engagement of your work. Then consider whether you want to be on a curated platform like Super Rare or Foundation, which might give you more prestige, or maybe you prefer some open platform, like where anyone can list, like Rarible or OpenSea. It's pretty hard to showcase your art on Super Rare or Foundation, but once you're there, your NFT, only that fact that you are there, increases the value of your NFTs. So there are benefits to both approaches. And finally, think about your long-term plans. because you can, if you are minting one for one art, maybe it's different than trying to build a sustainable brand or community around your NFTs. So then in that other case, you want marketplace that supports your growth, like maybe with options like collector royalties. So the key here is that it's key to match the right platform with your unique vision of your NFTs, and to best connect the community that aligns to connect to the community that aligns with what you are doing. So by now we mostly talked about NFTs in the art world, but NFTs are versatile digital assets, and they have the real potential to change many different industries. So if you're a gamer, for example, NFTs can represent in-game items like unique weapons, skins, and other assets that players can buy, sell, or trade across different games. Like, imagine truly owning your favorite character skin, or some powerful sword or something, and you are, with this technology, you are able to carry it between different worlds, different games. So that opens so much more options for gaming industry. Another area where NFTs are starting to shine is events and event tickets, because instead of traditional tickets, NFTs can be used as a digital passes for the concert of or conferences or even sports games. And the most important thing about that is that it helps to prevent counterfeiting these tickets. So NFTs can also represent intellectual property like patents, and those patents that way can be bought or sold on the blockchain. It can provide transparent and secure way to manage ownership of that patent. And finally, they are starting to be used in supply chain tracking, and companies can use NFTs to create a permanent record of some product's journey from its origin in some warehouse to your doorstep. So NFTs are not just for art. This technology is a whole new way to think about digital ownership, and it can change many aspects of our lives. So to look into the future, you probably heard about metaverse. So what is it? The metaverse is this ambitious vision where the virtual world and our physical reality merge into one seamless experience. So Facebook transformation into Meta, you heard that Facebook changed its name to Meta. Yeah, it reflects just how big this idea has become, that they're literally basing all their future on this vision. So think of this as an immersive 3D internet, where you are not just browsing the websites, but instead, you are actually living the internet. You just put your glasses and you're living the internet. So in the future, we can envision NFTs as the cornerstone of that metaverse. They can represent digital property. They can give us a way to own pieces of this new reality. You can have like maybe virtual house, and your NFT of some Picasso image can be the painting in that virtual house. So no, that's all that where NFTs come in that metaverse. And beyond gaming, metaverse is all about socializing, working, and even playing in new ways. And it is all powered by blockchain and this decentralized economy. So maybe in the future you will work out, home alone, but you will have meta glasses, on your eyes, and feel like you are in some old warehouse training with a group of people from all around the world. So yeah, for some people, this can be, really cool idea, but actually, in the future you'll just, have less and less excuses not to work out. So at the end, now let's talk about Mindash. So we covered a lot of ground today, but there is this last thing that I want to mention. Mindash is a no-code platform developed by a company where I work, Blank. And I know I try to simplify, these things, so maybe you feel that, you are ready to program your way into NFTs. But here's the thing: you don't have to touch a line of code. Mindash is here to help. So Mindash lets you manage your collections across multiple blockchains with ease. And whether it's art, gaming assets, or something completely new, Mindash gives you the tools to bring your ideas to life. So without touching a single line of code, it's no code. So if you have a vision for Web3, but you need, more than just the basic features that marketplaces offer, you can give Mindash a try. I will show it in the demo, and Mindash is built for those who want, take their NFT game to the next level. So yeah, I'm done with this presentation. So now we are done with this boring theoretical part, and we will, in the demo, we will try to mint a few different NFTs and put them into trading. But first, I think that we will make a pause, right, Zara?
Yes, that's right. You have a few questions which you can answer maybe after the pause.
Yeah, I need to drink some water. So
Okay. Okay, so let's
I
see.
hope this was interesting. So
Yeah, it was, don't worry.
yeah.
Okay, let's meet again at maybe 5:15.
Okay, great, great.
Okay,
5:15.
see you then.
See you. Bye bye. Okay, we are back. So first, I see that in chat there are a few questions. Maybe first I will answer those questions, and after that, we will try to do a little demo of these all these things that we were talking about. So the first question, as I see, if I see wrong, please someone tell me. The first question was from Antonia Butkovic, and the question is, where do you check marketplace community? That is a great question, and maybe I should put that in the presentation. But the best thing to check the marketplace community is three applications, three like social applications. That is uh, Discord, Telegram, and Twitter. So on you can find the profiles of some digital hubs, art hubs, or something, or maybe even the profiles of those marketplaces, and you can check, which artists hang around, those profile and those hubs, and then you can see if that community matches your interests. So yeah, I hope I answered that question. You can write a follow-up question if you don't if you are not happy with the answer. So the second question, there are three questions from Natasha. The first one is, can you mint the same NFT artwork on different platforms, like for example OpenSea and Foundation, in case no platform asks for exclusivity? Uh, so this is the thing. You can, of course, but as we talked, blockchain remembers everything. So blockchain and people on the blockchain, always knows which NFT was the first one, and the second one is always, the copy of that first one. So yeah, you can do that, of course, but there is, if you want, you can maybe better use NFT editions or something else. But also, as I can download your photo and mint NFT with your image. So if I can do that, you can do that. But the history of the ownership is that's the thing that counts the most. So if you have different NFT artworks on the different platforms, in a way, are they all connected by your name and your wallet? Yes, of course. And but okay, there are two parts of your digital identity in case of NFTs. The first is your blockchain identity, and that is your address and everything that is connected to that address. The second one is the identity inside the marketplace. So the marketplace, yeah, the marketplace, shows the data from the blockchain, but also it has its own database, with its own data. So when you set your profile picture there, it's not on the blockchain. NFTs are on the blockchain. This is, in their centralized database. So yeah, you have the, profile on, for example, OpenSea, and that profile is connected to your blockchain identity. And that way, like on Foundation and on OpenSea, you can have, two totally different, profiles, but they can both be connected to the same blockchain identity. I mean, to the same wallet address, right? And also you can have multiple wallet address, and with one address you can work on some maybe animations and games and that stuff, and on the other, with other wallet you can work on high value digital art or something like that. And lastly, can you use your different avatar name but the same wallet? Or yeah, I think I answered this question. Yeah, with, with this last one. Yeah, I think that there are no more questions. Zara, can you confirm that? Because I'm not Zoom native.
No, there are no more questions.
Okay.
Sorry, can I ask a question, but like this, not to write it in the
Yeah.
chat?
Yes, of course, of course.
It's just a quick question. I know I read a few years ago that what Beeple did. He did some animations and VJ loops. Is that correct? Do you know maybe what exactly did he do, and
Uh,
who bought these animations and what for? I know that he also gave away for free a lot of them, but did he include in these animations some other information on, or what? If you have the information, if not, I will Google it.
yeah,
So thanks.
I know, I read something about that, but to be honest, I don't remember. I know that this work wasn't, his last NFT. I know that he had jobs after that, and all those jobs were successful. So yeah, you probably can, find it, and by actually by while I was preparing for this workshop, I talked with the ChatGPT about people. So yeah, I think that he knows something about that. So if you have the option to ask it, I think it can be a good source of information for about that.
Great, thanks.
So sorry, I really don't know. So okay, can we proceed to the to practical part? Oh, next question. Yeah, on endemic, yeah, it is better if you add your social media as Twitter and Discord, Christina, because endemic also is the it's also in a way is curated digital curated NFT marketplace, and you need to apply as an artist to be able to mint and showcase your work there. But I think that for this case, for this academy case, we will approve all of you, and I think that we will let you mint some NFTs. So, but more on that later. So I'm not yet 100% sure about that. So let's proceed with
Sorry, another question.
don't worry.
Just a quick question. You mentioned earlier gas money. What is it?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, okay. Gas money is the fee that you pay for most of the transactions. So and with that money, those nodes that we were talking about that validate the network, those nodes gets paid from that gas money. So if you decide to okay, different transactions and different actions on the smart contracts, and yeah, there are different complexity for each of these actions, and the more complex the action is, the more gas it costs, because the more computer power is needed for that action to process. So the more complex the action, the gas fee is higher. So and of course, sorry, when the network, when there is a lot of people, in the network, is on the network at the same time, the gas fee goes up. So these are two things that gas fee is which are increasing or decreasing gas fee. So that gas fee on the different networks is different. On Ethereum, when you try to mint an NFT, it can be up to pretty high. I think that in its peak it was something like $100 for just a mint. And when you send someone the money, you also you also need to pay a fee, but that fee is lower because sending money is less complex than minting an NFT. So I recommend that if you are trying to if you are learning about NFTs, you can start with the Polygon because the fees there are pretty low. For minting NFT you spend less than 1 cent of a dollar. So yeah, that's nothing. And if you are sure in your art, you can go with your high value art to some to Ethereum, because that you will sell it there, and that the worth of that, the value of that will be in thousands of dollars. So $50 is nothing. So I manage to explain that?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Any more questions? Okay, so we have here, you can see 4 different marketplaces that I opened. I didn't open the Foundation and Super Rare because I don't have the access right. I mean, I don't have the right to mint NFTs there, but maybe we can go there and see. Okay, this is some random artwork, but yeah, they look they have some prestige look, and yeah, the design is pretty clean, and I like it. And the Super Rare is it's similar. White background, art is in focus, and we tried to get the similar feel on Endemic, so you can always see one art at time, one artwork at time, and images are quite big, and we wanted art to be in the focus. So Zara told me that many of you haven't used MetaMask yet, and I didn't know that while preparing for this workshop. So I will use NFT as as you already installed it, and later we will find some tutorial video, or I will maybe I will record some tutorial video about how to use MetaMask. MetaMask is not the only wallet out there. There is a lot of wallets, but it's I think it was one of the first, and it's most popular wallet on the market. Yeah, so let's start. I would like to start with Mindash, because it's just minting NFT without any how it call no marketplace stuff, trading and everything. So it's just NFT creation, and we can see many of things that we talked about in action. So first you need to connect your wallet. As you see here, this is MetaMask extension, and when you open it, you can see your address. Here you can see multiple. I have multiple addresses. You can import some outside wallets, or you can generate many different wallet addresses in the same MetaMask. But currently I'm using the one from the company, so you can see that. We will mint the NFTs using okay, this is a test network, because I don't I don't want to spend a lot of money. Okay, we can. I mean, we can use Polygon. Sorry, Polygon mainnet. So yeah, so here you can and see this is the point, the great point. So here you can see a lot of wallet addresses, right? And I named them to be easier to use them. But here you can see different networks. So from the same extension, I can switch from marketplace from blockchain to blockchain and from wallet to wallet. So yeah, MetaMask is great, but the most of the wallets functions this way. Yeah, so here we see that we have 4.2 POL. POL is native currency for Polygon, and that native currency, it's the same as the Ether on Ethereum. So this currency is used to, it can be used to buy or sell NFTs, but also it's used to pay those gas fees that we were talking about. So first, we will connect our wallet. You can see your address here to check if it's right, and then you can sign in. Here, you can see the message. You always need to. You usually this is MetaMask pop-up. It will usually it is small, but here because of I expanded the window, it's large. But you can, it's great because you can see the message. So, welcome to Mindash. Click to sign in. Click confirm to sign in. This request will not trigger a blockchain transaction or cost any gas fees. And it show you your wallet address, and it show you a challenge. This challenge is different every time. So okay, I will not get into details, but this is the blockchain type of login. So we confirm, and here we can see a lot of different collections that were created that were created inside of blank. So yeah, and you can see that in endemic you will see that if you see, okay, I will log in to get to the point from the question. The same, welcome to endemic, click to sign in. Here the challenge is called nonce. So we log in, and here if you see this address, same address, is here is called blank tester, and the username is blank tester, and here on Mindash it's called Mindash test. So different identities inside of different profiles inside of different applications, but they are all connected to the same identity on the blockchain, and that identity is this 0x3d address. Okay. So to create a new project, to create a new collection, and that collection means to create new smart contract, we click create. So here we choose the blockchain of choice. In this, here we will choose Polygon because of the low fees. And now we can choose different options. From different options, we can create an edition, and we talked about multiple mints of the same artwork. We can drop a collection, make the collection of NFTs for community minting, where pack of stickers and everything that we were talking about. And you can mint an NFT, create and mint NFT directly to your wallet. Also, you can create a drop for a soulbound collection, so that you can set a limited number of soulbound tokens that community can mint, and you can also create a soulbound edition, so where multiple mints of the same artwork, and that can be transferred after mint. So here, yeah, these are the options that we were talking about in the presentation. So I will create a new mint, unique mint project, and in the background it will create ERC 721 smart contract with that standard. So we will call it, I don't know, let's call it IBL, like Alice in blockchains, mint dash. And you can see you always need to define this collection symbol. It's like it's in some way identifier in the Ethereum network, but it's and here it's the symbol is AM because first letter here, but you can customize it like IBM. Okay, and we chose the network, Polygon mainnet, and yeah, this is the only thing that this is everything we need to do to create the collection. We just need to click deploy, and okay, it's now there are a few steps, it's preparing, and now we need to create to sign this transaction. So as we talked in the presentation, any change on blockchain, for any change we need to create the transaction, and to create it we need to sign it with our wallet. So as you can see, this is the estimated fee, gas fee. Here it is this value in POL, but POL is in dollars it's pretty cheap. So this fee is about 1 cent. So we click confirm. So it was the step of awaiting signature, and now it is deploying the smart contract. We are waiting for it to be for nodes to take this transaction and to process it, and so that we can use it. So we just need to wait around, I think, maybe 15 to 20 seconds, maybe a little more. So while we are waiting, is there any questions here about this? No questions. So yeah, it is deployed now, and yeah, it's verified. And there is confetti, and yeah, we can see this collection, in our dashboard. So here you can see a lot of data about this collection. You can see its address. This is the address of the smart contract. So sorry, I forgot to mention that. So there is no big difference between smart contracts and actual wallets. They both use the same addresses, and this is the wallet. This is the smart contract address, and the similar address is mine wallet address, as you can see it here. So the only difference is that the transaction triggering from my wallet is that I control those transactions, and for smart contract, you can just imagine it like a bot or some robot that is programmed to always act in some way, but also he can, or that contract can own some money, and it can store some information and that stuff. So sorry, I forgot to mention that in the presentation. So you can see here the address of that smart contract. Also here you can set royalties, and that means that if we set like 1.5%, and here we can set the address. We will not do that, but I will just show you. You can set the address, and you can set the fee, and then you can mint the artwork, and you can sell it to somebody else. And then if that somebody else sells that artwork again, you will get fee of 1.5% from the price of that artwork in that secondary sale. So that are royalties. Here you can see we don't have any NFTs yet in this collection. You can see, activity, and there's no activity. Here's the list of holders. So if you have like 100 NFTs and all those NFTs have different owners, you can see those owners here, and you can see some other analytics, like probably some maybe volume or something like that. You can see collaborators. I don't know exactly. There is a lot of options here. I haven't used all of it, but you have a lot of options. I think that the collaborator is like someone, if you want. Only the owner of the collection can mint NFTs. So if you add a collaborator here, you actually give rights to somebody else, to also mint NFTs in this collection. So let's not get into too much details. Let's create a token. So we will here are NFTs. We will choose some random NFT. We will call this NFT number 1. I'm a programmer, I'm not a creative guy. So yeah, here we can write some description, like retro star ships or alien invasion or something like that. Okay. Here, if you want, these two fields are optional. You can set, external URL to that image or some animation, because as we were saying, you don't here when we upload this image, it will Mindash will upload it to IPFS for us. It will create it will upload it on IPFS, and it will connect it. It will generate a token, and that token will represent this image on IPFS. But maybe you don't want upload new thing to IPFS. Here you can just put external URL to that asset, and that URL will be written inside of smart contract. And here you can set some attributes. So those attributes are usually used, for collections like those monkeys that we were talking about, because all those monkeys are created, from layers, and artists they draw different layers for that image, and then combine different layers to get unique monkey. So they have 100 different caps, 100 different noses, mouths, and then they merge all that stuff and create one unique monkey. And here you can use attributes maybe to say, mouth is this, nose is this, and but here maybe we can say that the type is like animation, because it is some kind of animation. And the great thing about these attributes is that attributes are part of the NFT standard that we were talking about. And then everywhere, if you are if you implement an NFT standard correctly, you can see those attributes in your wallets, and in all the different marketplaces because that index that shows your NFT, because it's always the same, and that was what I was talking about, for standard. Also, description and name are the part of the standard, so those things will be same on all the different marketplaces. Now, on your marketplace, maybe you can override this description, and that new description will be visible on maybe endemic, but it will not be changed on the blockchain itself. So we can here add more properties, but we will not do that. And yeah, we will click here on mint, so it will prepare metadata. It will upload the object with all of these metadata, with name and everything, on IPFS, and with, of course, with image. And here you can see that here gas fee is lower than for creating collection. And we will click confirm. We signed the transaction that will create a new token and the new NFT. And here we will wait for it to be minted. So any questions while we wait? No questions. Great. That means that I'm understandable. So okay, and now we can see the token details. So okay, this is the bug on Mindash itself. I didn't expect this. Okay, but here you can see some different stuff. You can see ID, and that is the token that we were talking about. You can see when it's minted, you can see who is the owner, you can see this property, and you can see the activity. It was minted by this address 1 minute ago. So yeah, that's it. And now you can see the collection activity, and also you can see that is the group activity for all this for this collection. And the cool thing here is that, okay, just I don't know why image does not work. Wait, refresh the data maybe. It's not working. I think that's this is probably because I think that it is WebP image and not PNG. But I hope that I think that it will be visible on OpenSea. Okay, great. This is okay. We can see this mainnet address. This is the address of this collection. We will copy it, and we will just paste it in OpenSea. So OpenSea, as we said, is the biggest marketplace, and they are always listening for the blockchain for every events and everything that happens on the blockchain. And if they see that something was minted by the standard, as we were talking about the standards, yeah, they know what they need to listen. So they can show and exhibit that NFT here. So here you can see, and here the image is visible because everything is fine. They just need to fix the bug on Mindash. So here you can see all the same data as in the Mindash. Now you can see the collection name, and you can see the item, the NFT name. Wait, is there? Okay, here is the description that we defined in Mindash, and also you can see that type is animation here. Those attributes are called traits here, and the collection has no description yet. Okay, and we can see also the as we see activity here, or we can also see it on OpenSea. and we can see that mint event happened, and that means that mint means that the transfer event happened from null address, because nobody was owner of the unexisting NFT, from null address to my address, that is 0x3d. So this is just this is the abbreviation of my address, and that it happened 4 minutes ago. So okay, I'm not logged in currently. Okay, I see that there are some questions now, so I will stop and read them, and just for me to explain this. So wait. So okay, minted image has to be a PNG. Okay, it does not have to be a PNG. This is the only the problem with Mindash, because Mindash does not support WebP. As you see on the OpenSea, WebP works perfectly well. So where the price of NFT is determined, we will talk about that now. But wait, just to read all the questions. So you copied on the OpenSea. Can you explain how it was too quickly? Okay, wait. I didn't copy anything. That all happened automatically. And that is because of the NFT standard that we were talking about in the presentation. So how that happened? Mindash, we used Mindash to communicate with blockchain, right? And during that during our process, with Mindash, we sent the transaction for creating NFT collection, to the blockchain. And once you send something to the blockchain, it's not the ownership of the Mindash, it's ownership of the address. And something okay, you created collection and then you minted an NFT. So as as we were talking about NFT standards, by standard, each time you mint an NFT, you need to trigger the event that NFT was minted. And OpenSea listens to all the blockchain, to all the Ethereum, and when your transaction for minting an NFT, when it makes its way to the block, and that block, when it makes its way to the blockchain, OpenSea see that transaction happened, and then they can just read the data from the blockchain and show it here. So I don't need to do anything. I just need to mint that NFT on the Mindash, and it will be visible on the OpenSea. And video animation has to be MP4 or more. Okay, I'm not really sure about that, but this is the great point, and I will tell to Mindash developers to add more information about the file formats. So yeah, Lucia, great question. And where is NFT stored after it's minted on Mindash? Is it in the wallet? Okay, NFT is stored on the blockchain, and wallet and NFT is stored on the smart contract, information about it. Okay, the asset part is stored on the IPFS, or imagine IPFS as a Google Drive. It will make your life much easier. So we uploaded the image to the Google Drive, and then on the on the blockchain, we wrote, okay, this is a new token, number one, as you can see it here. This is token ID. And that token represents this URL. And that URL is URL to the image on a Google Drive. And that way, you know, transiently, you own that piece, that art piece. So actually, you know, it's all about ownership. I know that it can be very confusing, but it's all about ownership. So NFT, the asset part, the image part is stored on some off-chain storage like Google Drive, or in this case IPFS. And the sorry, the ownership part and the information part is stored on blockchain. And all wallets do is store your private keys that confirms, and those private keys are the proof that you are the owner of that NFT. So so I know it can be, it is confusing, but you know, it's all about ownership. So Antonia, you asked this question. I hope that
yeah. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, I was just confused, like the key that you copied to the OpenSea, it's the thing that you need to like preserve, because if someone else got it, then you will lose the ownership, or no?
No. That is you know, cryptographically sold, that you know, this key is okay. So wait, you see here, right? The MetaMask, and here you can see account details, and you can see this. There is a button, show a private key. So I will not show you that, because that is the thing that you don't want to show to anyone, because it is the key to all your NFTs. So if I give you this key, you have the access to, you know, all my NFTs and all my money that I have on this wallet. So that is private key. And this address is just the public representation of that private key. And anybody can see this. And this is used, I can send this to you to, you know, for you to send me some money. But if I want to sign transactions, and, you know, if I want to mint NFTs, and if I want to prove that these NFTs are mine, and I need to prove that if I want to, you know, put it on sale or something, I need to have this private key. So is it a little more clear now? Is it clear now?
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you know, you can feel free to if you don't if you have some questions, or maybe if you listen to presentation, you know, and you still don't understand, you know, maybe we can you know, send me an email, and I will try to write you, you know, the you know, big explanation about it. So okay, we have it here, and now let's put it on trade. Someone told me that you know, how to put it on trade. So first, to put it on trade, we need to connect with the same wallet address, you know, because as you need to use the same wallet as this one to put this NFT on sale. So we will use MetaMask and wait, cancel. Wait. Okay. Blank account isn't connected to OpenSea. You need. Okay. This I connected accidentally with a different account. So sign in your wallet. Okay. So this is just sign in once again. Okay. So here am I on my account. I see here. Okay, now this is the list of, you know, NFTs that are visible on OpenSea, and that this, you know, this address, or my address, my wallet, is owner of. So we can see this NFT, and now you can see this button, list for sale, because this wallet that we are connected with is the owner of this NFT. If we go to some other random NFT, like, okay, this one, you don't see that. You see the whole other, screen. You can buy this NFT for 19 Pol now, or no, you can see a lot of other stuff. But okay, let's go back here. Now we are the owner and we can list this item for sale. So we can choose a fixed price, or we can sell it to highest bidder, like what means ETH? ETH means Ethereum, and this is just cryptocurrency. This Ethereum, and where the smart contract is defined, also on the blockchain. Okay, just I will show you something, Sabina. I will show you something. Just let me finish this part. So you can list, this for sale. We will show a fixed price. We can use ETH, or we can use Pol. And we can this is, I think that this this can be a bug on OpenSea, because if we are currently on Pol, they shouldn't put ETH first. So it is better to use Pol first. We can set starting price to 1, and it is $0.3, or maybe let's put it okay, on 5. And it will be on sale for 1 month. You can put it more for 6 months. And here you can see, here you see your listing price. OpenSea fee, as we were talking, about marketplace fee, is 2.5%. There is no creator earnings, which means that it is mine, but if I put some royalties, those royalties would be written here. And here you can see your total potential earnings, and this is like 2.5% less than the listing price. So let's complete listing. We need to okay, so this part, when you see allow access and transfer of all your Mint-Dash NFTs, this is the crucial part, because OpenSea has its own, as we call it, trading or exchange smart contract. So you can see that smart contract on Etherscan. I will show you that, don't worry. And you can verify that it does only the things that it say it does. There are a lot of companies that validate your NFTs and be sure that if there is some problem with those contracts, somebody would find it, and you would know about it. So you can you can trust this contract without but if you don't trust it, you can read it or pay someone to explain what happens in that contract. But it's same as in our real world. You need to if you want to know the terms and agreement, you need to read it. So the same is with smart contract. If you want to know what exactly happens on the smart contract level, you need to read it. But here I will tell you. So this contract will receive your money. It will send, if you it will receive your money and send that money to the seller if you are a buyer, and then it will automatically call the transfer function of the NFT, and it will transfer the NFT to you. So that is those automations that we were talking about in presentation. So With this, you allow the OpenSea contract, OpenSea trading contract, to be able to call that transfer event on your NFT. To be able to transfer, you're giving them the right to send your NFT to the actual seller, to the actual buyer, sorry, and in return you will get the money. So yeah, that's you need to sign that. So don't worry about you are granting access. So this is just a MetaMask way to tell you the same thing that I said to you. Proceed with caution. So approve, because I believe I trust to OpenSea, and we approve that. So just we need to wait again. And now this is the all the information about this sale that we saw before on the OpenSea UI, but now you sign all that through MetaMask. So basically, here you sign that if someone sends the money, if someone sends amount of money that is required to buy this NFT, that you will send it, and you confirm that, and your item has been listed for sale here, and you can view the listing, and the current price is 5 Pol, and everything, and that's it. Also, you can edit your listing, you can change the price, you can cancel all listings, and yeah, you can. You also need to pay. Okay, this is. You need to sign that you are canceling the listing also. So you always need to pay some little fee, because on Polygon fees are low. Okay. Yeah, we done the OpenSea part, we done the Mintash part. Okay, here I just wanted to show but as Zara told me, you usually make a pause every 1 hour. So maybe do you want to make a pause or not?
Well, I don't know how long this last part will last, so maybe we can continue with this part and then just end the session.
Okay, we can continue, because we only anemic left. I left it for the end.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, but okay, Sabina asked me something, so just wait. I will try to answer that question. So okay, here let me just find. Okay, this is smart contract address. So Sabina asked, where is smart contract defined? So it's defined, as we told, we defined that. Sorry, not we need to go to Polygon scan. So it is defined on the blockchain, but there is this great website that is called Polygon Scan, or there is Etherscan for Ethereum, where you can just copy the number, the address of that contract, and you can see that contract is verified here, and here you can see all the code of the contract. As I tell you, as I told you, the smart contracts are actually the code, the program. So here you can write the code, and it can be tricky to read it, but it's the same. For me, it's tricky to read the low contracts. The actual contracts. And terms and agreement from and all that stuff that they learn in law school. So this is the thing, and if you can always copy all of this, paste it to ChatGPT and tell it, oh, please explain to me what this code works, what this contract works, and you will see the human readable representation of it. So yeah. Sabina, did I answer your question? Okay.
Yes, thank you. I was just wondering if there's any legal notice in that agreement.
Okay, I think that currently NFTs are not supported by the legal system too much, but NFTs has potential to solve a lot of legal problems. I don't know how it's called, but many of the people here are Croatian, so I will just say it. Croatian, it can solve the problem of expensive javni bilježnici. So yeah, but currently our legal system is not that it's not that how it's called.
If I can maybe explain what. If
Sorry?
I was thinking if I would like to sell that NFT, but I would like to mention that I would like to licensing that project. I was thinking that this kind of information are in the contract.
No. Okay. The only information in the contract is about what happens when you try to transfer that NFT. So that is the part. Only the implementation of transferring the NFT and only the definition about the fees that OpenSea defines. So that 2.5%. That stuff is defined in the contract, and all those worldly, I call it worldly, legal stuff, it is for our courts to define, about
for realities you are defining when you collaborate with somebody, if I understand.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
The percentage or the realities of
Okay.
of price you get when you collaborate with somebody.
Yeah,
and limited time to use your work for promotion, for marketing, for something else.
Yeah, that stuff is usually defined in the smart contract. So if you have a collaborator, and if but okay, collaborators are in the terms of Mindash, collaborators are the two different people or not two different people, two different wallet addresses. You can be owner of both of them. So those two addresses can both mint new NFTs inside of that collection, but NFT has only one owner. So in case of those editions that we were talking about, you can have multiple copies for the same asset and multiple owners, maybe, but if you have some idea how to implement stuff from the real art world in NFTs, this space is still young, and you can maybe find somebody who knows how to work with NFTs, and he can implement that about NFT collaboration in smart contract, and then you can have multiple owners of the same NFT. So that is the now programmers are now like lawyers. They write the contracts. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. So yeah, just for in the end, let's do the same thing on endemic. So here, okay, just let me do something first. This is my other wallet account, and I need to, okay, again, I need to sign this login. I have here some notifications, but I will not go into details of endemic as a marketplace because it's large. But okay, this is my personal profile on endemic, and with this profile, I am not artist on the endemic. So if I want to become the artist, here I have the apply section, and on this section I can apply for I can write artist application. Those two stuff are something else. Maybe you can apply for to be a curator and that, but I think that in the near future we will remove these two. And okay, I have my here in settings I can set my personal information, and those information are copied here in this in this form, and here I can write some biography. I can I can log in with my social network links, so in that way maybe someone can maybe curators from endemic can see my portfolio, or on Discord or on Twitter, or they can communicate with me and connect with me through Telegram. And also here you can if you have some portfolio website, here you can put your URL. And with this this is just classical terms and conditions and GDPR. So yeah, this way you submit this form, and this way you applied for to be the artist in the endemic. So okay, let's go back to the wallet, this blank wallet, because and okay, here is the same thing, but I'm already the artist. So if you look at here, you don't have that option anymore. So here, okay, let's first we can create the collection. So the same as on Mint Dash, you can choose the image. You can name it as you like. Here we will call it Abe Endemic. We can we can choose the symbol. If you remember, it's the same thing as in, because it's that is the standard that we were talking about. You need to define the symbol. Here is some description, like this is collection for Flux Academy. Okay. And okay, this is a specific part that is specific for endemic, and it doesn't go to the part to the blockchain. And here you define how this part of the URL will look like when somebody comes to your collection. So we can just call it here. So here when we type here endemic.tab/collection/Abe endemic, it will go to this collection. So okay, here we can define royalties. Again, I won't do that. So let's create a collection. Again, you see the the fees are low for Polygon. And okay, just we need to wait now. Okay, it's being created. We'll save now. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here is, we have, we created collection successfully. So now we can create artwork for that collection. And okay, first, we see that this new collection is pre-selected here. You can choose any other collection that one of your other collections, that are integrated in Endemic. So we will choose this one. We will call this new NFT number 1. And here the UI is a little different. You can here choose the some category. You can choose. This is NFT for Flux Academy. The same thing as in Mindash. And here, you upload your artwork when you get here. So okay, we will choose different one. Okay, not this with spaceships. I like this one. Yeah, AI generated all of these images that that I use. And here you can set attributes too, but I will skip that part now. And yeah, we just submit it, and we need to wait. Yeah, and it was created successfully. Okay, sorry, it was not created successfully yet, because for now we just created a draft. And okay, as I said, Endemic is curated marketplace, and that means that okay, you need to be artist, verified artist to be able to mint, but also our curators need to allow you to mint this NFT and to showcase it on Endemic. So before you can mint it, we need to confirm it. So now I will do some magic in the background. Just please wait. Okay, I will just go to our admin dashboard, and I will act like a curator, and I will approve this artwork. So okay. Okay, I did it. And now, it's ready for minting, and we can now mint it. And here again, everything the same. You need to confirm that you want to mint that NFT, and you need to wait some more time. Okay, and it's minted. You see here in the background, the draft disappeared, and when we go to the details of this NFT, you can see it here. I hope you like the design of Endemic. Okay, here you can see the details, you can see the blockchain, you can see the contract address. This contract address is different than the one from this contract address is a smart contract number, or collection address. It's all the same. Also, we can copy this. We can go to OpenSea. It's already there. You can see this NFT here. Again, everything happened automatically, right? And wait, just yeah, it's here. Image is just little, maybe big. So on Endemic, if you have some other options, some social network options, you can comment this NFT. You can, it's great. You can post the comment. You can like it. Also, okay, and of course, if you are the owner, you'll see this trading tab, and you can click here to sell it. All the same as in OpenSea. So again, here we have a fixed price. That's the same thing as in OpenSea. You can, see, you can. Sabina, you asked what's the value of one pole, and here it is. This is the value of one pole currently, but as all cryptocurrencies, it can, it is quite variable. So yeah, for now, as the endemic is young marketplace, our service fees are 0% currently, but I think that in the recent time it will go up a little bit, but nothing too much. So yeah, we can set the price to maybe again to 5 poles. And just let me explain those 2 auctions. So this Dutch auction, if you want to choose, that way of selling your NFT, you can set the starting price to 5 poles and ending price to 1 pole. You can set it here, to start immediately, and you can choose the end date of that auction. And now, from now to this date, that is in 2 days, and it's over at 12 o'clock. This price will linearly go down from starting price to ending price, and the first person who buys it gets the NFT. So this is the way this Dutch auction works. It's the mix of the risking that somebody else will buy the NFT, and waiting for the right moment to get the NFT for the right price. So that is the Dutch auction. And a reserve auction is classical auction that you saw in the movies. You ask for a minimum asking price, then that is one V pole. Okay, don't worry about these. This is the same as pole. The same. This is wrapped pole. It's a little different, but the value of this currency is the same as the pole. So you can choose to do this in a wrapped ether. It's the same. You see, 1 ether is this is the value of 1 ether. It's $2,610. $2,610. So okay, we will choose B pole, and minimum asking price is 1, and expiration date is the same as before. And now, okay, we will start this auction. And okay, first buyer comes there and say, okay, I will bid for the one V pole for this art piece. Then another buyer comes and say, oh, I will give 2 V poles for this artwork. And that auction, as so it lasts until October. At that time, if the bid happens in the last 15 minutes, the clock will go back to 15 minutes, and it's always that way. It enables you to and if nobody makes a bid in the last 15 minutes, the last bidder gets the NFT. So yeah, I hope it's understandable. So we will again make the example with this fixed price. You will choose the price. We can see here the royalties, all the fees, and we can list it for sale. The same thing. We need to sign this, and yeah, you can view your artwork here. You can see the label that it is on sale. You can see the price. Yeah, and that's about it. And I can show you one more thing if you are interested, and that is the offers. We will jump into the different accounts. So yeah, this is the view of this same NFT, but with my personal account. And here I can, okay, now I can buy this NFT. Here when I click it, you see I have no poll. Price, is I can see the price. And I can okay, but sometimes endemic takes some fee, and okay, listing price will be 5 pol, and if we take 2% or something like that, this will be 5.5. I don't know. So okay, and here if I click buy artwork, it will break because I don't have enough pol to buy this. But if I had some pol, I could also make an offer. And that means, okay, this the artist value this artwork for 5 pol, but maybe I have only 1 pol. Okay, here it's written I have I have this much pol, and I can make the offer, that I will buy this for this amount of pol if he wants to accept it, and I can make it. Again, I can approve some of those contracts details. If you want, you can maybe I can explain you a bit later, but I think that we are on the edge of our okay, and here again, I assign that I want to buy this NFT for this price. You can see price here is this one. And okay, just imagine this as a cents for a dollar. Like pol is 1 euro, and 1 euro is 100 cents, euro cents. And here you have like a lot of small denominations of the same currency. So okay, this is just the small denomination of the pol, and okay, we can confirm that. And now we can view offers. My offer will be visible here. I can cancel it, and if I go back to the owner account. Yeah, here I can see that you can see that I got the okay, this is this is some the comment notification. Okay, but in a few minutes, I think I should get the notification that somebody left the offer for my NFT, and here I can accept it. And once I accept the offer, okay, once I accept it, my personal account will become the owner of this NFT. So we need to wait, you accepted the offer. We received this much of tokens to our account, and now as we go back, if we go back to this account, we will see that we are the owner of this NFT. Trading. No, sorry, details. And now you can see the owner is me, and here it says that the blank tester is the artist. Sorry, he is the blank tester account is the artist of this NFT, and my account, my personal account, is the owner of this NFT. yeah, that was all that I wanted to show you. You know, it was quite a lot of data for you, I believe. So wait, are there some more questions? Okay, Christina asked, I made account on Endemic, received some experience points. Am I artist on Endemic? Okay, you are not. You need to fill the apply form. You know, it's here, and then you know we need and you can see that okay, with this account I am not the artist, and you can see that here I don't see any create. I can see create tab, and so you know I'm not the artist. Okay, can you show us examples of how an artist promote to selling fine art NFT artwork already minted, for example, on Endemic? Okay, Gregorich, Natasha, did I show that now for, you know, for example, for emerging? Okay, actually, I see that you use here some terms, you know, maybe you heard yesterday, but I'm just, you know, the developer, and I'm not sure, you know, for about those marketing stuff, you know, that they are talking about. But you know, you can always go to the official Endemic Telegram channel, and they will explain you everything you want to know there. So just go to Telegram, you know, search for Endemic NFT Marketplace and join there and ask, and somebody will answer you for sure. So that's it. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for you know for listening my Russian English. So yeah, it was a pleasure. You know, I hope you understood, you know, some of these things. I know it's very complicated, but you know, it is very pleasurable for me to see that many artists and many people wants to learn about this more. So I hope you know, that I didn't go too much into technical bits of this this team, but you know, I hope you know, I hope to I wanted to break the taboo about this, you know, and to let you understand, you know, how it works, and that it's not, you know, the something scary, that it's just, you know, it's just a, you know, computer program like everything else, you know, like any other, you know, eBay, like some news portal, you know, it's just programming, it's just code, and you can you know, you can believe, you know, and trust many of these marketplaces. So yeah, that's it. If you have any more questions, please ask, and if not, yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
Goodbye.
Marin, so much. This was pretty practical, which is what we really wanted to hear and see. So thank you so much for this. And yeah, could you please drop the Endemic Telegram in the news in the materials channel of the Flux Telegram group, so people can.
Okay. So okay, here I can see general, meet the mentors, newsroom, and educational materials. Okay.
Yes, please. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. This was amazing. This was the third day. Thank you for everyone who joined. And yeah, so there is no more presentations today. Magda's presentation was pushed to Wednesday. And yeah, I will send you the materials and the recording as soon as I have it.
Yeah, it was pleasure. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.